A brief history of Dubai. Dubai is one of the 7 emirates that constitutes the United Arab Emirates at the southeastern part of the Arabian Gulf. It is a world-renowned city for tourism, partying, and money. This place is more than that, becoming a primary home for all types of expats, including this major nerd here. The United Arab Emirates emerged as a coalition of emirs, or princes, banded together for political and economic purposes after the British presence withdrew in the 1970s. Officially founded in 1971, each emirate is ruled by their own sheikh, but maintain a national identity. Let's start at the beginning. The anthropological history and political origins. The first archaeological findings in the southeastern Gulf were tools dated to be 125,000 years old. This led to the realization that humans have migrated from East Africa sooner than we previously believed. From 68,000 to 8,000 BCE, the area was believed to be uninhabitable during the glacial age. From 5,000 to 3,100 BCE, traces of some of the Ubaid culture have been discovered, which suggests a Stone Age civilization before desertification. From 3,200 to 2,600 BCE, a Bronze Age civilization called the Hafit inhabited the region. From 2,600 to 2000 BCE, a Bronze Age culture called al-Nar inhabited the region. The remains of their tombs and pottery have been discovered near a military zone, so further archaeological study remains to be done. From 2000 to 1300 BCE, the Wadi Souk culture took over during this time period. These people began the domestication of animals, traded with nearby civilizations, and began metalwork. From 1300 to 300 BCE, 3 subsequent Iron Age periods were discovered in this region. These cultures created more advanced husbandry and irrigation systems. 300 BCE to 632 CE. A Hellenistic culture in the modern-day Malaha was discovered as the capital of a civilization consisting of monumental tombs in a style similar to Petra, semi-permanent housing, a trade port, and Greek-styled coinage. 632 began the conquest by Muhammad and his successors in the region. The Gulf of Arabia continues to be governed by Islam. From the 16th to the 18th century, Portuguese prospectors levied the region for their benefit by imposing taxes at the risk of destruction by the Portuguese Armada. During this era, ruled by Zayed the Great, the region prospered immensely from the flourishing pearling industry. The Gulf was heavily targeted for conquest, and the Al-Qasimi tribe defended themselves against everyone, including British prospectors. Known as Pirate Coast, it became necessary to negotiate peace. From 1820 to 1971, the Trucial States came to be. In exchange for British exclusivity in the region, the sheikdoms of the coast were given protection from attackers. Not formally a colony, it was a British protectorate, in which the region was self-governed, but British representatives would be in place during formal meetings and mediating over many conflicts which occurred between the sheikhs. Its members included Abu Dhabi, Ajman, Dubai, Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah, Sharjah, and Al Quwain. In this era, the currency was in Indian rupees. Trade ports in the region were crucial in setting up trade between Britain and India. In the 1930s, 2 events devastated the pearling culture within this decade: the Japanese cultured pearls and the Great Depression. Also in the 1930s, Dubai became an important stopover for the fledgling air travel industry from Europe to India. The 1960s was a crucial turning point for the region. The discovery of oil saw a meteoric economical rise in the region, causing unification, which saw Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan as the leader. In the 1960s, the British government made the decision to withdraw their troops from the region. They stated that their troops were overextended and they were dangerously under-equipped to defend the region against neighboring claims. Even as the new Sheikh Zayed offered to fund the troops, the withdrawal proceeded. In 1971, following some intense discussions that maintained the importance of unification, the United Arab Emirates emerged. A brief history of Dubai's architectural accomplishments. In 1958, Dubai's first mega project was begun, led by Sheikh Rashid. This project was worth $10 million in today's money. Money from oil drilling wasn't going to be discovered for the next 10 years, so assuredly Dubai's hunger for advancement and progress preceded their discovery of immense natural resources. It is said major business deals were made with a handshake and a nod. Worry and naysayers surrounded the sheikh, but apparently to deaf ears. After 10 years, this project was then complete. This directly resulted in a population boost, more ships, and a new port. In 1963, the next major project was underway, the Al Maktoum Bridge. The necessity of this bridge became apparent as crossing the river or taking a major detour were the only two options at the time. Tolls were levied to use the bridge so that by the late 1970s it was fully paid off. In 1972, upon striking oil, the next projects were financed with the income from oil contracts. This included Port Rashid, the Sheikh's longtime dream of a deep water port which could finally be realized. A deep water port isn't complete without a dry dock yard, opening in Al Jadaf in 1977. In the 1970s, Dubai's airport began to expand. The small airport set up in Dubai by the British planes heading east to India was given a major upgrade that was completed by 1977. This today stands as DXB Airport, a major international airport. In 1978, the World Trade Center was built. Although today it sits in the financial district outdone by the neighboring buildings, this was an incredibly ambitious project for the mostly low-rise desert city that Dubai was at the time. Inspired by World Trade Centers from around the world, this tower was made to be as tall as possible. After completion, the Sheikh didn't like the color and wanted it to be repainted white to be more visually stunning. In 1979, Port Jebel Ali was constructed. It was far from the main city, so they had an accompanying Jebel Ali village. It was also far from Port Rashid, but it was made to divert some of the traffic. In 1985, while not strictly architectural, Emirates Airline was founded, making the rounds in the news worldwide for their ambitious fleet and now world-renowned service. In 1992, the horse breeding establishment Godolphin was established. This was due largely to Sheikh Mohammed's love of racing. This subsequently led to the introduction of the Dubai World Cup in 1996. In 1993, Dubai Creek Golf Club was built, the first of its kind in the Gulf. This was spectacularly located next to the creek and designed to look like sails of a ship from any angle. This building is now reflected in the 20 dirham note. Another major touristic endeavor was launched, the Dubai Shopping Festival, travel for the purpose of shopping. Dubai launched various events during this festival, steep savings, and brought in $500 million into the country and 1.5 million tourists in the first year. 1999. In the height of the popularity of the internet, Dubai opened to the world by creating a free zone called Dubai Internet City, which hosts dozens of international technology companies, including Oracle, Microsoft, Ericsson, Google, and more. In this year, the world saw the completion of Burj Al Arab, a hotel owned by the rulers of Dubai, and the first and undisputedly most luxurious self-proclaimed 7-star hotel in the world, drawing international envy by hosting a tee-off by Tiger Woods and subsequently an exhibition match between Roger Federer and Andre Agassi on the helipad. In 2000, entertainment became another avenue which Dubai invested in by creating the Dubai Media City Free Zone. I myself am a licensed freelancer by this free zone. In 2001, the e-government launched with the e-dirham. In 2002, Dubai Healthcare City was launched, a region dedicated to providing exemplary medical advancement. In 2005, the legendary DIFC Gate was launched. This is now the center of DIFC, which operates as an international free zone with its own court system that follows the British standards of precedent. Also in 2005, a jaw-dropping tourist attraction opened at the Mall of Emirates, an indoor ski adventure called Ski Dubai. In 2006, the first projects in the Palm Jumeirah became ready to move in. This is an unparalleled project on a global scale. Not unique in the world of shoreline advancement, but remarkable in the world scale for its unique shape and enormous size. Today, Palm Jumeirah contends as the most expensive neighborhood in Dubai. In 2009, the Dubai Metro opened. It now has 2 rail lines and 1 tram line serving from end to end. Tickets are 3 dirhams for one zone, 5 dirhams for 2 zones, and 7.5 dirhams for 3 or more zones. In 2010, the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa, was launched. At the time, the technology for a super tall structure didn't exist. Much like every record, incredible ingenuity was necessary to create a structure that can flex in the wind, yet withstand its weight. Today, the tower contains the Armani Hotel, residences, office space, and observation decks for tourists. The Meydan Racecourse opened in 2010. This is the site for the Dubai World Cup, as well as other major outdoor events. This structure is the first in a series of ambitious projects that will constitute MBR City. What will be the new center of Dubai, MBR City will have a canal, wildlife preserve, and a new, larger ski hill and luxurious mansions. Also in this year, Maktoum Airport opened. It allows some commercial flights and mainly freight travel at the moment. However, it isn't yet completed, and after completion it will become the world's largest airport. In 2013, Dubai won the Expo for 2020. This is the first time it would ever be held in the Middle East since its beginning in London in 1851. Anticipating immense tourism, more major projects were launched. Most obviously was the Expo location, located adjacent to the Maktoum Airport, but also a metro extension and major upheavals in policy. In 2018, Dubai created a world record frame for tourists near Safa Park. Postponed due to the pandemic, the Expo broke numerous world records. The world's largest elevator, the world's largest LCD screen, the world's longest waterfall, the world's longest video chain, the world's most national anthems sung at the same time. 24 million visits were recorded during the Expo. In 2022, Museum of the Future opened. Besides its obvious uniqueness in shape and its entertainment and educational value to the city, it also represents Dubai's commitment to future readiness. In 2023, the first trips of the Etihad Rail had begun. Etihad Rail, meaning union in English, will connect the UAE to Saudi Arabia and Oman, opening new avenues of connectedness than before. In 2024, Zabil 1 is set to launch. It exists as a monument to the city's advancing technology, containing the world's longest cantilever building, high-end retail, the world's longest infinity pool, a hotel, and luxury residences. It also features automated parking for residents. Palm Jebel Ali, which has cancelled its previous development, targets that they will reopen. The new project will be renamed and announced soon, having already raised billions in foreign investment. In the future, another project that was stalled due to economic issues as well as technological issues, the World Island hosts some hotels and some projects such as the Heart of Europe and are available for sale. As other regions in Dubai continue to advance and fill up, this off-coast island archipelago will find its purpose. Also in the future, with boasts of the world's tallest tower under threat of usurpation by Saudi Arabia, Dubai's largest mega developer responded with a taller building. Located in the center of the Dubai Creek Harbor project, it will vastly outdo the previous record or any other potential record. Currently, the Creek Harbor has built up the Creek Island. Registration of the tower has not yet been set. Hosting the world's first metaverse assembly in 2022, the leaders of the UAE and important people from around the world gathered to discuss this concept. I've alluded to the commitment to the future by the Museum of the Future, and this metaverse is stated to bring billions into the economy. In real estate, we are seeing that in the coming years, virtual real estate offices will become available. As well, a significant mapping process is currently underway for virtual reality.